those awards don't come easily. It all boils down to taking care of the customers and having the vehicles you want in stock for you to buy.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Welcome to Community Centered, a show that features people in the community doing good things. Now, here are your hosts, Debbie O'Handley and Margi Kyle.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, Margie. Happy Tuesday on a Tuesday that feels like a Monday.
Yes, it does. I'm not sure what day it is. When I woke up, I thought, is it Sunday? I went, no.
Well, I know it's Tuesday, September 3rd, because it's my 45th wedding. 41st. Good Lord. 41st wedding anniversary. We both said to each other this morning, that's a really long time. So there you have it.
I hope it was happily said.
Yeah, over coffee. Yeah, it was. Who knows what the day will bring. But I am happy to see you. How was your long weekend?
It was long.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided that I needed to change my attitude.
Oh, my. Okay.
And get back into my home.
Okay.
As you know, we had to move very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I polished all my silver, which if you've been in my... I think
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
been,
yeah,
I
yeah.
have a ton of silver.
Yeah,
and then
you
I
do.
started rearranging everything.
Okay.
And my son said, what got into you? And I said, I needed to do it to make it mine again.
Yes, yes. And and sometimes with the onset of fall, sometimes changes are just really good, right? To rearrange the furniture and make it your own.
I played with the lighting in the kitchen. I've got mood lighting and I've got
Of course you do.
lights.
You had it in your last place. That sets the stage for a lot of things. But I see you are wearing a ginormous frog on your choker there. Tell me, what is the significance of that frog?
Well, a dear friend of mine passed away a couple of years ago, and she collected frogs.
Okay.
And I thought, okay. And her sister came to me and said, we figured the biggest piece of jewelry nobody would wear but you.
She was right.
So I found this weekend, and I did not realize what frog stood for.
Mm.
Fully relying on God.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to stump you today.
Sorry.
Okay, well, now what's the...
You would have had to have gotten up very early this morning to stump me.
I did.
Yeah.
Not. So what would be a realtor or a designer's phrase for frog?
I don't know.
Furnished room over garage.
Ah, okay.
So you didn't know that one?
I didn't know that either.
Okay.
I'm going to have to bring another acronym for that, frog. Or callers, if you have an acronym for frog, you can always call us at 844-STUDIO-4, and we will try to stump Margie.
Well, that'll be easy to do.
It'll be easy to do.
Yeah. But it's such an honor to wear this in her
I would imagine.
honor. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's a
And,
bold statement, and that's you.
It is.
A bold.
It
You know
is.
what? You got to play hard because life is short. And I love that you make a statement, and I love that you leave people talking about that because then you've left an impression. And why not?
Well, it's funny. I'm going to a new ENT guy.
Oh,
I
okay.
went to him 30 years ago, and I said to him, I'm sure you don't remember me. And he said, oh, yes, I do. People don't walk in wearing all that jewelry and not get remembered.
There you go.
I went,
Listen,
oh, dear.
Leave them talking, Margie. That's the way to do it. That is for sure.
So, and then I'd love to a shout out to one of our viewers in Costco last week. Said hi, came up and said hi too.
Amazing.
Yeah, so people are watching.
Wait
and
till you
we'd love
start
to hear
signing
them.
autographs.
Whenever I need to.
That's amazing. Well, I am excited to meet our guest today. I love to talk about people doing good things in our community, and nothing makes me happier when I know that there's someone that is making a big impact and a big impression. So I'm excited for our listeners to hear his story and to learn about what he's doing and possibly maybe ways that they can help.
And I love the fact that we all help each other.
The synergy between the non-for-profits
Yeah.
and each other in our community is so beautiful.
Yeah.
You have just today, while I walked in the studio, brought me this lovely prayer shawl for my mom, who is over at Williams Place. Shout out, Mama, if you're listening. And I love that because it feels so comforting and so loving. And I just love that we share what it is that we do and what we can bring for each other.
Yeah.
It's been a rough morning over at the Hope House, and I just kind of wrap myself with it going, okay, it's all good. It's all going to be good.
Yeah.
So thank you for bringing that gift and for wrapping my little mama and me in your love and the good stuff
But
that
I
you
love
do.
the fact that we all think about each other.
Absolutely.
Whenever I see Tom, our guest, we'll introduce him in a minute, I always say, what do you need?
Yeah.
Whenever I see you,
I know.
what do you need?
I know.
Because there's no greater joy than giving to somebody who really needs something.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes us kind of the really good leaders that we are, is that we are connectors, and we know how to connect people to resources, to the overflow, to the abundance, to all. And that's what this show is about, community-centered unity, right? Bringing that all forward. And talking about connecting, I just want to shout out to the McIntosh Law Firm who sponsors us. They are an amazing, amazing team of attorneys in Davidson. And I know that one of the requirements that Mr. Bob McIntosh requires is that they get involved in their community. So every one of those attorneys is involved in some non-for-profit or some kind of give back or doing some kind of pro bono work. So shout out to the beautiful team of people there that are doing good things. It feels like every place in our world these days needs an attorney or someone to make something normal. And either that or a psychiatrist.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. And just want to make sure that we're recognizing the great work that they do over there in Davidson. So if you have a need for an attorney, please give them a shout out and give them a call. I'm sure they'll be able to help you with something.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. We had 2 nurses at the storage unit on Friday, and they took over 1,000 toys.
Amazing.
Didn't even put a dent in
I
it.
know it didn't, Margie. You've been on a roll with some people doing some great things for you lately, and I'm so proud to know that it's just exploding, and that your little workshop there is overflowing with goodness and joy. And I love being around the corner from you because I know some of that good vibe seeps into the Hope House storage. So thank you for that, and I hope those nurses have put all of those blessings in the hands of the right kids, and that they're feeling loved.
One hospital was Huntersville, Nova.
Right.
With their emergency room. And when I did a seminar there, I said, no child should come here with an emergency, let alone with their siblings and everybody's scared.
Right.
So if we've got gifts for everybody, that's where those shawls come in.
It seems like a small thing, but it's a really big thing because people don't understand what anxiety can do.
Yeah.
And to just have something to anchor you and hold on to feels like such a blessing.
Yes.
So thank you for what you do again. And to those nurses, I'm just praying for them and knowing that they're doing some good stuff too because of the partnership they have with you. So when we come back, I'm excited to talk to our guest. We've just been talking a little Philadelphia and a little Charlotte and a little bit of something before the show started. So we're warming him up for the Margie Debbie show. And I'm going to be excited to get his information out there to folks so that we can make a huge difference.
So don't go away.
In the work that he does. So when we come back, we are going to be, Margie's going to be introducing you to our guest today, and I am excited for that. In the meantime, enjoy this beautiful weather and this beautiful day. I hope your windows are down and you're driving and you're feeling the just good vibes that we have out in our community today.
Go hug a frog.
Yeah.
Call 844-STUDIO-4 now to join the Community Center discussion on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Presented by McIntosh Law.
Doesn't it feel good again? After a big-time humidity drop and some cooler temperatures, really going to start to feel like fall again over the next couple of days. Comfortable, plenty of sunshine today as high temperatures climb into the upper 70s for the afternoon. Still comfortable tonight. Temperatures drop back down to around 60. Outlying spots and farms could wake up the upper 50s. Tomorrow morning, we'll see some increasing clouds, but mainly stay dry for our Wednesday. High temperatures in the upper 70s. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like Serenity Now Massage Therapy.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Langtree Lake Norman in Mooresville presents Alex Key in concert on Thursday, September 5th. Event time is 6:30 p.m. with the music powered by Waves Entertainment starting at 7. Don't miss the music of country singer, Nashville recording, and top 40 charting artist Alex Key this Thursday at Langtree Lake Norman. The Iredell County Fair runs every day this week at the fairgrounds in Troutman. The 88th annual event, sponsored by the Kiwanis Club, features some of the best entertainment in the area, including go-kart racing, carnival rides for all ages, competitive 4-H exhibits and animal shows, the magic of Lance Gifford, and much more. The fair runs daily through Saturday. Gates and rides open weekdays at 5 p.m. and on weekends at 3 p.m. Tickets are $5, while kids 6 and under are free. Carnival ride tickets and wristbands are available at the ticket box. Enjoy the Iredell County Fair every day this week at the fairgrounds in Troutman. The Downtown Mooresville Festival of Food Trucks takes place on Saturday. The event offers over 15 trucks from around the area and features live music by John Sullivan and Ryan Winters. Bring a chair, bring your friends, stroll, shop, and enjoy gourmet fare in the social district. Food trucks will be located on Main Street and Broad Street on Saturday from 5 p.m. to 8:30. See you downtown for the Mooresville Festival of Food Trucks. On Saturday, see the top riders from the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship as they compete on a custom-built course at ZMAX Dragway. The Super Motocross Fan Fest is a pre-race event taking place from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. where you can see the teams practice, prepare, and qualify for the playoff round and is included with your event ticket. Don't miss the biggest Super Motocross race of the year. Visit CharlotteMotorspeedway.com or the CMS app for information and details. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Call now to speak with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle at 844-STUDIO-4. It's community-centered on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Welcome back. I am thrilled to be here with one of my nonprofit friends who I love working together with, Tom Barrett, Managing Director for Cool Kids Clubhouse. I love it. And just your mission is devoted to improving the quality of life for pediatric oncology patients, survivors, and their families by focusing on the academic, social, and emotional needs brought on by a cancer diagnosis. That's got to be the worst thing that you could hear.
Yes, I think it is. I've met a lot of people, the moms, or I call them mama bears, because they're more involved and they're the ones that seem to fight the most. But yeah, hearing a cancer diagnosis, especially for your child, is unimaginable.
Yeah, gotta be out of body.
It is, and I'm like both of you in here. We all know someone who has cancer. Everyone I've known has been an adult, whether my sister or my brother-in-law. And then meeting some of these kids, we were just talking about a 3-year-old with brain cancer. It's humbling, it's motivating, and it's just inspiring seeing these kids. They're way stronger than me.
Well, they are. When my daughter was very young, they thought she had bone cancer in her hand. And we went at doctor, and one said, we'll just cut her hand right here. Well, it turned out it wasn't cancer, but what an ordeal. And people don't realize how lonely it is when you're going through that with a child.
Well, and what you said too, I can't tell you how many times I've had people tell me it's been misdiagnosed, or it's just growing pains, or they're going to be fine, they're just dehydrated. And a lot of our families had to go to, about 3 or 4 different specialists, and they had to fight and say, that's my child. I know it's more than dehydration. My child just passed out, and they have to fight like crazy for it. And that's on top of everything else you're dealing with. So it's I'm glad you said that because it happens more than you
really
think. Oh, yes.
Now you're in Huntersville.
Yes. Our office is in Huntersville, but we serve both Carolinas. Majority of our referrals come from Levine, but we do have some down in South Carolina.
We work with a lot of the same patients.
It's incredible, and we have a partnership. We all make a difference in these kids' lives. Somehow, some way, we're helping them out.
I don't care who it is or what organization, I will help if I can.
Exactly. Because it's all about the kids.
That's right.
We know that.
Tom, tell me about the origin. How did it get started?
Well, we started in Townsend, Maryland. I have to make sure I say that correctly. I usually add an N. But our founder, Chris Federico's mother had cancer. So, and she was an older lady, but he was going through all the trials and tribulations that come with a cancer diagnosis. And in those visits to the hospital, he saw children who were suffering, and he saw the parents. You know, you could interact. So when his mom was near the end, this idea had come to him. And so when she eventually passed, he told his wife, I'm going to start a foundation. And she said, you're crazy.
Oh, yeah,
we don't have any money. We just have a new kid. We don't have any money. And you want to start this foundation? She said, I'll give you a year. And fortunately, we've been very blessed. It's been going on. Started in 2006. Just the right people have come along and guided them. And then we started this one in 2020.
Okay.
Down in Huntersville.
So you're like a chapter.
But we serve specifically here. So we got to get our name out there. We want our Carolina folks to know, yes, we're in Huntersville and we serve people at the lake, but we also have them Buffalo, South Carolina. She's coming up to an event this following weekend. So they'll make the trip, but we again, located in Huntersville, but serve both Carolinas.
Okay.
So how does someone find out about you? For a couple different questions about that. So I'm in the hospital. I have a need. How do I find out about you?
We rely on our social workers
Okay.
Ultimately, a social worker will have to sign off on the application because, believe it or not, we've had one or two people in our past that actually, not in this office, but faked. We're trying to get.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, hard to believe they were saying a cancer diagnosis and it wasn't true. So we had the social worker sign off on it. I know, we're all shaking our heads. It's incredible. But, and they have our information. They have about 10, 12 nonprofits in the area, and we're just one of them. We try and keep the applications up to date. We're always thanking them, but they'll send in the application free of charge. It's just paperwork. And the paperwork consists of everything that child likes. Color pink, Legos, Taylor Swift. You know, I'm learning these things now. I know who Taylor Swift is, but I'm learning.
You're a Swiftie now, Tom?
Yes, I'm a Swiftie. It's official. And then the siblings, too. We get the information on the siblings.
Absolutely. Yes, they're just as important.
Well, you know what I'm about to say. Kids, I've heard a kid say, I wish I had cancer because Johnny's getting all the attention.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's a dynamic. So we include them. We'll give them, anytime a kid comes by the clubhouse, I'm giving them something. So last week we had 2 kids that are dealing with cancer, and the siblings were there. So I just take them back to the toy room and give them Legos, give them a soccer ball, whatever they want.
Yep.
You know, put a smile on their face.
That's right.
And know they're not, you're a part of this journey. We want you to be included in it.
That's right.
So I love that part of our organization. But social workers, back to the original
Social
question.
workers. Okay, great to know. And what if I'm a listener and I'm listening and I say, oh gosh, that sounds like something I really want to get involved with. How does that happen? What jobs could somebody do?
We are always looking for volunteers, especially if you have a hidden talent, like if you're a floral ranger or can provide a healthy cooking class, magician, yoga, anything that we could offer to our kids and families. Painting and crafts is a popular one, but I like to look at the ones that are a little out there, you know, the magician or the public speaking. You know, these kids are going out and talking to different people. We can help them gain their confidence. So we're always looking for people like that. We always need donations. We always need sponsors. I'm looking for people as we speak to be on our advisory board that can help steer the way and guide us to future events. But you can always go on our website, www.coolkidscampaign.org. You could email me directly. I'll do it whatever I can. It's tom@coolkidscampaign.org.
Gotcha. Say that again.
Tom at
T-O-M,
T-O-M.
not T-H-O-M. Yeah.
Yes, Tom, T-O-M, at coolkidscampaign.org.
Yeah.
And the website's the same except www.coolkidscampaign.org.
Would it be okay if some of the volunteers that we have at Hope House that are always wanting to volunteer and sometimes we don't have something for them to do to send them your way?
Yes,
Or
please.
if we have someone that says, hey, we want to do this and we don't have an event, we can send them to you
Yes.
guys. So we can put that up on our website too,
Yes.
to connect them, to say that we've partnered, because we do the same for Little Smiles too, to just say if there's something you can't do at Hope House, there's always somebody
Yeah.
in our community that needs something.
I love that because I've had that situation where someone wants to volunteer a specific time and we didn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I will start doing my part in that to send them to our nonprofits, because
That's
we know
great.
if someone has the time and the passion, we want to get them involved, whether it's us or another organization. So
And your clubhouse is such an inviting room for kids to go and feel
Tom has a
comfortable.
clubhouse?
He does.
Tom's the original cool kid. He said I should change my title to, I can't remember what they said, Chief Cool Kid or something.
Aw, I love it.
Yeah, the
It's,
clubhouse is great.
Years ago, somebody, I can't remember her name, was working there. And she said, I would give anything if we could get a table for the kids to be able to play games on. I had a table in the storage unit. Boom.
We had it, and
Margie
it's still
has all
being
the
played with.
toys.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. But that's what it's all about.
Ultimately, we want to help others.
Yeah.
And in my particular case, it's putting smiles on kids' faces. But we all help different
That's right.
segments, but it's all tied in somehow together.
Absolutely.
And Dan Jansen,
Dan
who was
Jansen.
my neighbor for years, was the original person that started the organization.
He helped out start this organization. Him and Chris, our founder, met along their journey. And Dan Jansen, for those who don't know, he was an Olympic gold medal speed skater. Had 3 or 4 falls before he actually won the gold. And then he won the gold. His sister ended up dying of cancer. And he's been down here. I told Dan, this is a quote. I said, Dan, winning the gold medal is an unbelievable accomplishment that only few will understand. What you've done after winning that gold medal for the kids and families is worth more than any gold
He's
you
a
can
gold
have.
medal citizen every day.
He's a gold medal citizen.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a good way to put it. And he
That's a
comes down.
beautiful
He's
way.
not just putting his name with it. He raises money. His organization, the Dan Jansen Foundation, helps with the financial part. So we don't do any of that, but we can send them to Dan.
Okay.
And as you can imagine, that's a request we get a lot of. Behind in bills, or a latest transmission just went out the other day. So
Yeah.
we send them to Dan. Dan's an incredible human being, but he'll come down, like I said, not only his name, but he's down there playing with the kids, doing something, air hockey, sometimes drawing. Literally, Dan will do anything we ask. So if you're listening, Dan, it is official.
Those are some fighting words. Well, when we
Oh,
come back
yeah.
from break, I want to learn more about how you, Tom, got involved in this and why this matters to you.
Yeah.
What makes
Yep.
this such a life-changing, passionate thing for you that you obviously display and show that this is an important thing. So I know that our listeners are going to be excited to hear about that and how they can get involved. And I want to tell you about my friend and her little guy, and maybe make some connection happen there.
Do it.
For sure. So when we come back, we are talking with Cool Kids Clubhouse, and we have the original cool kid here on our show today, Tom. And I
My
think
daughters may disagree, but we'll see.
That, you think we're going to spread a rumor here.
Yeah,
in
start
the
that
liquor
rumor.
door that you are the original cool kid for sure. But anyway, when we come back from break, we are talking with Tom from Cool Kids Clubhouse.
Community Centered, presented by Macintosh Law, a staple in our community since 1997. We'll return on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Doesn't it feel good again after a big-time humidity drop and some cooler temperatures? Really going to start to feel like fall again over the next couple of days. Comfortable, plenty of sunshine today as high temperatures climb into the upper 70s for the afternoon. Still comfortable tonight. Temperatures drop back down to around 60. Outlying spots and farms could wake up the upper 50s. Tomorrow morning, we'll see some increasing clouds, but mainly stay dry for our Wednesday. High temperatures in the upper 70s. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Would you like to change your health situation? Improve your current health with a wellness consultation with me, Fred Lowry, pharmacist and doctor of natural medicine. I'll work with you to reach your individual goals. This includes a review of your current medications, supplements, diet, and lifestyle choices. This is a progressive way to improve your current health position for your future. Great for individuals or couples wanting to make improvement. Call me at Lowry Drug in Statesville, 704-873-2247.
On the lot at Black Automotive. Look at these Buick Envistas. The all-new Buick Envistas are leasing for as low as $299 a month. Check with them here at Black Automotive for all the details. Black Automotive, Statesville.
Are you in constant pain, under constant stress? Just need a moment away? Repeat after me. Serenity Now Massage Therapy. SerenityNowMassageAndWellness.com, with locations in Mooresville and Cornelius.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Boeing already reeling from questions about the safety of its 737 MAX aircraft, and that troubled Starliner spaceship is now facing the threat of a strike by 32,000 members of its machinist union. Talks on a new contract are ongoing, but a walkout could happen next week. And after Wells Fargo analysts gave the jet maker a negative rating, shares right now down 8%. Elsewhere on Wall Street, it's a dismal day, a big sell-off after U.S. manufacturing hit a 4-year low last month. And there are jitters about this Friday's August jobs report. Right now, it's got the Dow down 1.33%, the NASDAQ down 3%, over 500 points. The S&P's down almost 2%. Elon Musk taking on YouTube, unveiling a test version of XTV with separate channels for news, sports, and more so users can view videos posted on the site on their TV. And summer's not over yet at Taco Bell. It just unveiled a new Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato today. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Macintosh Law presents Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. We are here visiting with our friend Tom, one of the coolest kids at the Clubhouse, and he's going to tell us how he got involved with Cool Kids Clubhouse and let us know what we can do to help him out.
Well, thank you again. Hey, I've been with Cool Kids Clubhouse now for about a year and a half. Prior to that, I started a company in Raleigh, North Carolina, where we lived for 10 years, and I work with people with traumatic brain injuries, stroke survivors, and dementia. Loved it, did it for 10 years, hopefully made a difference in some people's lives. But everyone I was working with was 50 years or older. I think I had one gentleman was 54. He had traumatic brain injury. But so they were on the other end of the spectrum. When we moved back to Charlotte, had a couple different jobs, but this opportunity came to work with Cool Kids Clubhouse. So let me back up a minute. during that time, my sister developed cancer. So my sister and brother-in-law both have cancer. One brother-in-law just passed away, unfortunately, at 58. But yeah, but Maureen is cancer-free now, and she had stage 4 colon cancer. So you just never know. Miracles still happen. Remember that.
Absolutely. God is in the miracle business.
Amen. But everyone again in my life was older. I had older folks dealing with cancer. So then to have an opportunity, I smile, to work with kids under the age of 18 and just make a difference in their lives, I jumped on it. It's been a blessing. It's right up my alley. I can play with the kids. I can be a kid myself, if you will, and just help them get away from the chemo and the doctors and just forget about it and be a kid again.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed beyond belief. As we all know, nonprofits and dealing with cancer can have our ups and downs. But as we were talking about, there's just some incredible people. I've been fortunate.
You think you're having a bad day, go and play with a child.
Amen.
Yeah.
Or I can tell you every time, I've had this happen a couple times where the day was just getting away, or I'm writing grants or something like that. And one of our kids will come up and just give me the biggest hug or want to play air hockey. And it's like, okay, this
That's
grant is necessary, but this is what it's all about.
That's right.
So it's truly been, I'm humbled and thankful to be working there.
When you talk about what you're doing, you can tell that it's a blessing for you because it kind of radiates from you, right? There's a whole lot of energy that you have around that, all good energy. Tell me more about like some of those funding streams and everything. Where does the money come from besides Dan Jansen and some of the other things? What do you need from your community right now?
We need we write grants. Grants are a part of it. We're all out there looking for grants and opportunities, so that's a big part of it. But we also do events throughout the year where we try and raise money. We'll have Dan Jansen's Celebrity Golf Tournament.
When is that?
That is October 5th and 6th. So we will have a concert that weekend. It's Saturday.
So you've got another golf tournament in September, I saw.
That September 12th, we're going to be at Tempo Golf, and that's an indoor golfing facility where you're going to, it's like Top Golf. You're hitting your drives into a computer. So you can come in, challenge your friends, challenge your coworkers.
Okay. Okay.
So that's more of us people that don't like to walk or ride the 18 holes.
That's my kind of golf.
Yes. You can have your cocktail, some food, and just sit right there.
Okay.
And if you don't like the screen, you can change it. So it makes it even easier. But that's September 12th. That will be at Tempo Golf in Huntersville starting at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we'll have the Dan Jansen event. But through September, it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So if you see someone wearing a yellow ribbon, go up there and tell them you're praying for them or thinking of them.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing to know.
So, and I order my yellow ribbon, so I'll get you all some.
Yeah, that
I
would be
ordered mine
amazing.
today,
We would
yes.
love to put some out there for you for sure.
Yes.
But we're going to do things in Birkdale. I didn't mean to interrupt, but Birkdale will have a give back day.
Okay.
We work with Kendra Scott, Brown Bag.
We do too.
Yeah. Kendra Scott's unbelievable.
They are.
They're very philanthropic in the community. They really do a good job of putting that out there. What are some ways that people could get involved? Like, would they contact you personally if they said, hey, this sounds like someplace where I want to serve?
I would suggest, yes, contact me. I'll get back to you right away. Again, at my email. And we'll get you in the right direction. I'll ask you a few questions.
Is email the best way to get a hold of you?
Email, you could call our number at 704-997-5701.
One more time.
I had to think about this. 704-997-5701.
Yep.
That's our main number. There's only 3 of us in the office. Ask for Tom, or you could email me at tomcoolkidscampaign.org. And like I said, we'll ask you some questions. We want to partner. Just because you're an accountant doesn't mean we want to try and get you on our finance committee.
Right.
We'd like to see what your interests are. You might want to play with the kids. You might help open some doors for us, different streams of revenue. So we will work with you and see what we can do to get you involved.
Would there be opportunities for, say, some kids in high school that say, we want to do a toy drive for you, we want to do a book drive for you, because now's the time that a lot of our kids are, back to school and they're thinking about where they want to land with some volunteer opportunities.
Well, they need hours to fill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have, we always are in the need of toys, especially with the holidays coming up.
New toys, right?
New toys, yes, because we'll send them out to the hospitals. We'll send them out in a welcome packet. We'll send them out just for thinking of you. Another great idea, and this came from a high school student. They're doing a Lego derby for us.
Oh, what fun.
Yeah, so you come in, you make your own car, and then you compete with the other kids. And it's going to be, I wasn't sure the turnout, but we already have 8 families signed up. So
kids love Legos.
Kids love Legos. Remember
cool.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this young high school, maybe a sophomore, approached me a while ago.
I think that is wonderful. Yeah.
That's our future.
Yes,
right?
it is.
And so we need to promote any kind of energy or anything around that because that's good stuff.
It's incredible.
Giving back to our community.
And so intelligent, so professional. I basically said, yes, we'll do it. And she's led the charge. So
Very cool.
That's fun. That's fun.
But I like to point that out. Yes, we're like all other nonprofits. We have to raise money, but we need to create awareness. And we need to let them know that you can just come by and bring your high school student by. Or if you're going to be there as a parent, bring your preteen around and let them play with the kids. Make friendship bracelets. Yeah. We want to get rid of the stigma that because someone might have a bald head or is wearing a port, they're still they're a person. They're They're a young
See
kid.
them as who they really
See
are.
them who they are.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for this.
And they're Swiftie bracelets that apparently you're making.
Yes. Have I mentioned I'm a Swiftie?
I just got that for sure. I know, I love that. That's very cool. Well, I think that, the work that you're doing is amazing. And I know for one that I'm going to do what I can to help promote all of the good stuff coming out of there. And I know Margie will too. I think you're already in partnership with Margie. And I just want to applaud you for what you're doing. And, I know that you obviously humbly love what you do, but there's also a certain amount of we know what that takes to be in the nonprofit space and what that looks like. And for some reason, Margie and I are still here and we're still showing up for that. So we want to
still
make
smiling.
sure. Yeah. And we're still trying, right? So we just want to make sure that that, we're part of a cool clubhouse too, the non-for-profit world. And we try to create this space where it's okay for us to say some days it's really hard. Because it is hard. Yes. It's hard work, what we do.
Well, and the Chamber has had some meetings over at Cool Kids Club House, and that's been wonderful.
Yep.
Well, you have to find ways to fill your emotional cup back up, right? And so that's some of the reason why Margie and I are here and doing this show is because it fills up our emotional cup. And we talk about frogs and really good things.
And necklaces are beautiful. I didn't comment on it. It's a beautiful frog necklace.
It is really lovely. Fully rely on God. And that's what you have to do in this non-for-profit space is to really rely on God that, you're going to get all your needs met. And sometimes it's just putting it out there. Just telling everybody what it is that you need and what you want and being serious about it.
Well, one of the shows we did very quickly before we have to close, you had a new baby come into the house, and I said, Debbie's in need of cribs, high chair, Within that hour, you had everything you needed.
I had to call Margie and say, stop sending. It was crazy how blessed we were.
Yeah.
It's really incredible. So I want to, again, before I know we have another segment to go, but I just want to make sure that you know how grateful we are for what you're doing and what you're making happen in our community. It is really good stuff. And I pray many blessings on you, for sure.
Thank you. I'm blessed to be here and
many frogs.
Have you as my friends.
Call 844-STUDIO-4 now to join the Community Center discussion on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Presented by Macintosh Law.
Doesn't it feel good again after a big-time humidity drop and some cooler temperatures? Really going to start to feel like fall again over the next couple of days. Comfortable, plenty of sunshine today as high temperatures climb into the upper 70s for the afternoon. Still comfortable tonight. Temperatures drop back down to around 60. Outlying spots and farms could wake up the upper 50s. Tomorrow morning, we'll see some increasing clouds, but mainly stay dry for our Wednesday. High temperatures in the upper 70s. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Langtree Lake Norman in Mooresville presents Alex Key in concert on Thursday, September 5th. Event time is 6:30 p.m. with the music powered by Waves Entertainment starting at 7. Don't miss the music of country singer, Nashville recording, and top 40 charting artist Alex Key this Thursday at Langtree Lake Norman. The Iredell County Fair runs every day this week at the fairgrounds in Troutman. The 88th annual event, sponsored by the Kiwanis Club, features some of the best entertainment in the area, including go-kart racing, carnival rides for all ages, competitive 4-H exhibits and animal shows, the magic of Lance Gifford, and much more. The fair runs daily through Saturday. Gates and rides open weekdays at 5 p.m. and on weekends at 3 p.m. Tickets are $5, while kids 6 and under are free. Carnival ride tickets and wristbands are available at the ticket box. Enjoy the Iredell County Fair every day this week at the fairgrounds in Troutman. The Downtown Mooresville Festival of Food Trucks takes place on Saturday. The event offers over 15 trucks from around the area and features live music by John Sullivan and Ryan Winters. Bring a chair, bring your friends, stroll, shop, and enjoy gourmet fare in the social district. Food trucks will be located on Main Street and Broad Street on Saturday from 5 p.m. to 8:30. See you downtown for the Mooresville Festival of Food Trucks. On Saturday, see the top riders from the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship as they compete on a custom-built course at ZMAX Dragway. The Super Motocross Fan Fest is a pre-race event taking place from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. where you can see the teams practice, prepare, and qualify for the playoff round and is included with your event ticket. Don't miss the biggest Super Motocross race of the year. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com or the CMS app for information and details. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Macintosh Law is a proud sponsor of Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Okay. Welcome back. I cannot believe this hour is almost over.
We've been so distracted by Joe Berg's hair. His beautiful locks of curls that he has had trimmed and reshaped.
Well, you have been.
He's looking smoking here with his little ringlets, that's for sure. So no more distracting us, Joe Berg.
No. And if anybody has a question for Tom at Cool Kids Clubhouse, please feel free to call in because I'm sure you would be happy with and welcome, or email him at tom@coolkidscampaign.org. So in the little time we have left, I cannot believe it. How else we're talking about grants and that type of thing during the break. Little things, if people want to do something, make a difference.
We're always looking for gift cards too.
Okay.
Yeah, like
that's a huge one.
Well, and I always thought about Subway, Chick-fil-A, all those other ones.
Well,
but
especially at Levine.
Yes.
You know, we do that for the kids' parents who are there that can't afford to get a meal.
Well, and you know what someone told me the other day? Grubhub cards, because when they're in the hospital, they can use that and the food can be delivered right there. And I never even thought about that.
Ah, beautiful idea.
Yes, came from one of our moms. I can't take credit, but yeah, Grubhub.
You know, even a $50 gift certificate would mean the world to somebody.
Because they're in there, they're dealing with the hospital, and then they're dealing with the food.
Yeah.
So it's, so we always look for stuff like that. We always need funding, but I'll tell you the big thing I'm pushing this year is awareness. We need people to know what we do. Yeah. We're here. Yeah. We're not in competition. We have a lot of great nonprofits in this area, and we partner with it. We were just talking about one.
Well, we all help each other.
We help each other, and we create awareness, and we can see if we can make a little difference in this world.
Yeah.
Small difference.
If there's anybody that's listening that's a member of River Run, we need a sponsor for them.
There you go.
For
just
the
ask.
Eagles Grant for Children. They put that out. It's an amazing grant, and it's all about kids. And if we could just only get somebody that would be willing to sponsor Cool Kids Clubhouse, they would be definitely probably one in the running for that.
Yes,
so
thank you so much. Because that's one of the requirements. We need a member of River Run Country Club. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I will put a feeler out there too.
Yeah,
yes.
If you can sponsor them, that's all it takes, and it's a very simple grant process. I know we were all talking about grants, right? Like, grants, because they require so much from us. And when you are passionate about the work that you do, you just want to do the work. You just want to be with the kids. You just want to be putting smiles on kids' face. I just want to be amongst the families that are living without the supports that they need. But we do have to remember that there is that piece of it, right? When it comes for the non-for-profit world of raising money and raising awareness and raising dollars, because it's the dollars that help us do more for those families and for those kids. So I want people to know that when we solicit that or when we ask for that, it's a sincere ask of what we need. It doesn't put money in my pocket. It doesn't put money in your pocket. It doesn't pay for more frogs. It pays for the families and for the mission of what all three of our different organizations are doing. And we need your support and we need your help. And, you know, we talk about the collective negative energy that it feels like in our community right now, right? And all the division that is going on. But this is one way we can all come together and we can close that gap on the division that we feel and do something good by reaching out to Tom and figuring out a way that you can make a difference with the Cool Kids Clubhouse. Whether you want to donate, whether you want to volunteer, whether you want to spread awareness, whatever you want to do, we are asking you to reach out to him to grow this thing, because we can create a cure for cancer. The more awareness, the more education, the more money, the more research, the more of everything that we do. It's bad enough that we hear of adults that are facing this monumental medical crisis, but a child? And can you imagine what those parents or those friends or family members are going through with that? So I want you to sincerely think about how to combat the negativity of the very loud noise that we hear in our community right now on doing something good for a child who needs you.
That's right.
That is what's important, and that's what this work is about, and that's what Community Centered is here for, so that we can spread awareness. Margie and I, tell Margie, telegraph, like just spread the word, right? And get it out there.
I can vouch for that. These two ladies can get the word out there.
No, really, we're trying here. If you can find somebody in Costco, they're gonna. You never know what's gonna happen when you throw a pebble out into the lake.
That's right.
The ripples that go. And we were talking on the break about some things that we might have in common with some families that might need some things from Hope House. So I would be delighted to be able to help with that for sure. But if our listeners are listening and they're thinking to themselves, I really want to get involved, I really want to do good for my community, what's the first step? Besides reaching out to you and doing the application, can I come tomorrow and can I hang out?
You can always come and get a tour of the clubhouse. We're there Monday to Friday. Events are usually on Saturday, but I'd welcome you to come by.
And I think that's really a good first step, because to see what's there, what you have.
Yeah. Are other children invited too?
Kids can come. We won't, if we have an event, we're going to vet who's coming in, because our kids are going to be there. We ask if you're, obviously, if you have a cold or something and you don't feel good, please don't come in. But kids will be there. I think we don't have any kids coming in this week, but you're more than welcome to come by, kind of get a feel for it, see our offices. You may come in and be like, God, this would be a great area to do
That's right.
gaming or tutoring.
Yes.
So, come in there with an open mind. Come in there with an idea.
Yeah.
We don't have all the answers, but if you're thinking, gosh, this is one thing we need help with too. Moms are mama bears. They engage more with other moms. They're more, they're going to let their guard down more. Our dads and our teenagers, dads have to put up a front.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if it was my daughter. So they're a little harder to reach, but we do focus on them. We took them to Top Golf the other day, and they were just dads.
Yeah.
They formed some relationships, but they got away from cancer. They got away from thinking about their little girl. And then teens. Now think about a teenager. You're going through all the changes, peer pressure, social media, and now you have a cancer diagnosis. So any ideas or help with that or sponsorships, we try and get them out. We're going to take them to an escape room this week.
Cool.
I have not yet been allowed in there with them. I don't know if that's my forte, but I'm going to get there.
So you're not that cool after all.
No, my coolness stops at a certain point. But it's just incredible. They get away from their parents. They bring a sibling. They bring a friend.
Yeah.
and they're just a teenager for a bit.
That's right.
You're not asking them how you
Yeah,
feel,
that's
or
right.
you're just, and that,
Yeah.
those are two. I'm very proud of that, and the fact that our kids are cool kids for life, even if they're in remission, because you suffer long-term effects from these chemicals and drugs that we're putting into our kids, and you know.
How about do you work with clinicians or therapists or anything?
We
like,
do.
Do you have that there?
Yeah, we do. We have we do our tutoring through a company, Brain Bodega, she's a childhood cancer survivor. So we offer that. We're trying to get it in-house more, but that's down the road.
How about a MSW intern?
We would take it, yeah.
I got an
Yeah.
idea for you.
Isn't this great? I
Yeah.
love this show. We're gonna keep the
I
show
got it.
going for a little
So,
longer today.
We partner with Johnson C. Smith
yeah.
MSW program, and she reached out to me the other day and said, "Please send me the names of some people. I need to place some interns." So I got you.
That's perfect.
That's beautiful.
And you know what? You can use them in any way. You know, if you want some research, if you want grant writing,
Yes.
if you want interaction with kids, therapy, whatever, we got it. I'm going to send
That's
that
perfect.
information your way.
Yeah, that's incredible, because we offer mental health counseling, but I'd like to have it where the parents have the input too. What do you need? We guess.
Yeah.
Like pedicure and manicure is great, but what else do you need? What do you need? A date night out?
I think we were starting talking about the dementia and your experience with that with my mom and some of that. And I always, every time I go there, I say to the owners, don't you have like a place for the kids or the caregiver kids that can just go and talk collectively about their frustrations, their anger? Wouldn't that be great if you created a synergy or a space for the parents of kids that are going through this, that just want to just let go and talk about that and what that feels like? So I think we can make that happen.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yep.
We always want them to feel safe and comfortable and happy. But yeah, I can empathize. But everyone in my family was an older person. It wasn't my child. So just the fact that these people know exactly what you're going through, and you can vent, and you can be yourself.
That's right.
Priceless.
Years ago, I was a therapist for children through hospice, through a center called the Dougie Center. And these kids are so matter of fact. They're so matter of fact about death. They're so matter of fact about their diagnosis. It's not until we become adults and start putting our adult stuff on them that we hold back. So I want to encourage people to not be afraid, to just go in there and act normal, because normal is what these kids need.
That's right. That's right.
And I
And it's
think-
what the parents need too.
Absolutely. Not to treat them any differently, but just jump in head first and just say, how can I help? What can I do? Let's put some hope back in the headlines by getting some help over there to the kids clubhouse. Don't bring two big kids like Margie and I in there, because you never know what will happen.
We welcome everyone. Well, and it's helpful too, because think about, I went grocery shopping the other day, and you know what our prices are nowadays. I just had a mom tell me they added another medication to his thing because his chemo created diabetes. Now she has another medicine. So we don't charge for any of our programs. Everything's free. So, but I know we're running out of time, but I can't thank these ladies enough for getting me on
come
here.
on, Lake Norman, show up and show off for us, and
Yes.
get some action going over there at the Cool Kids Clubhouse. I think that would be amazing. And
Get involved.
Absolutely, get involved. Just say how. How do I help? And we'll see what we can do for you. It's been a delight having you on the show.
you.
We'll have to have you come back.
Yes, anytime.
Maybe around Christmas time we
Absolutely.
can generate some toys and make some of the big.
Whatever I can do. And I can't thank you both enough. This has been my honor and pleasure to be on here with y'all.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
And I didn't tell you what your shirt color meant.
Oh.
What you say you do, you do.
Amen.
Awesome. Thank you.